Yay. Good morning, Lawanda. Hello, Paula. Good morning, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started now. Got some good news here for you. Got some new things coming. So please stay tuned. All right, let's get started on today's first question. Here we go. Oh, I wanted to remind you my live times here on YouTube. I go live every Monday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 4 p.m. And then here's my TikTok live schedule as well. And these are all Eastern time zones, okay? So make sure to make a note of that. All right, guys, here we go. First one out the gate. It says, Melissa is buying Raymond's house. Melissa's loan amount is $88,750. She has agreed to pay 2 points at closing. How much will Melissa pay for points? All right, guys, let me know what you guys think. Hello, Blue Blitz. Blue Bills, sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Welcome. So, let me know what you guys think the answer is for this one. We are going to take out the T-chart. So, let's take out the T-chart because we got points here. And remember, points are always based on the loan amount. So if they don't give you the loan amount, you have to find the loan amount. In this question, they already gave you the loan amount here. So we're ready to rock on this, okay? So you see, remember here, 2 points. Remember, if 1 point equals 1%, then 2 points is going to equal 2%. Okay? All right, we're getting some answers in. Nice. So if we're going to put 2%, we're going to put it here in the rate column. Let's convert that into a decimal. So all we do is take 2 divided by 100, and that's going to equal 0.02. And then we just place this loan amount of $88,750 right here in the total column. And now all we have to do is multiply. So we take $88,750 and multiply by 0.02. And ladies and gentlemen, the answer is $1,775. So the answer here is C. Very good. Look at that. You guys rocked it. Good. Don't forget, this is something that you may be seeing on your exam. So please, I hope if you do not know how to work these points questions, get on it. All right. So I'm going to test you now. Remember what we went over? It always is based on the loan amount. If you don't have the loan amount, you got to find it. So get ready because we're going to do another one just like this. But I'm going to see if you guys got it. All right. So let's see here. This is a bonus question I got for you. It says Melissa is buying Raymond's house for $327,000. Melissa's loan will have a 75% LTV. She has agreed to pay 2 points at closing. How much will Melissa need at closing? All right, so let me know what you guys think. Oh, Toyanda, thank you. Maggie, thank you so much for helping me conquer my fear of math. Ah, yay! I'm 52 years old and have always been intimidated by math. I passed my license exam after. Oh! Awesome! Good job, Toyanda. Congratulations, baby girl. That is so awesome. Thank you for giving me that information. That is such great news. Yay. You see, math is not, it's just like a little dance. Just like a little dance. That's it. You just got to know the steps. That's it. All right. So let me know here. All right. We got some answers coming in. So don't forget. Oh my God, Tawanda, I am so happy for you. All right, so remember, yay, aw, thank you. Toyanda, I would really appreciate it if you could write a Google review for me, if you can, on my Google page. If you want, if you can, I mean, I would really appreciate that. If you could, then you could just go to Just Call Maggie and find my Google page there. And if you could write a review for me, I would greatly appreciate it. That would make my day. Thank you. I mean, your passing already made my day, but yay. Yay, yes. Thank you, Toyanda. So just go to Google and Google Just Call Maggie and you'll see my Google page there. And yeah, you could write a review for me there. I would really appreciate it. So it's just the one that says Maggie Reynoso PA, which is like a professional association. So that's my business for real estate. Yay, I love it. Thank you. All right, so let's look at this question because we're getting answers already up in here. And yes, so remember what I told you. So we have a sale price of the house, and then right here is telling us what the loan amount's supposed to be. So it's 75% of this amount. Remember, of means to multiply. Yay, thank you. Hi, Tatiana. It says, praying you continue to impact the lives of all your students and God bless you abundantly. Oh, you're going to make me cry. Thank you. That's the sweetest thing. I appreciate that. All right, so let's put that, before I start crying, put this sales price right here in the total column. And then we're going to put the 75% of the loan value here. Convert that to a decimal. So 75 over 100 equals 0.75. So let's multiply now and find out how much the loan amount is going to be. So that times 0.75 is going to give us a loan amount of $245,250. Okay? Awesome. Hi, Amy. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I'll watch and do the questions when I get off this afternoon. I've learned so much from you. Amy, that's awesome. Good. I'm glad. All right. So here, this is now our loan amount. So now we can attach these points. So all we have to do is take that loan amount, 245, 250, and multiply it by the 2%. So remember, 2% is 2 over 100, which is equal to 0.02. So let's multiply by 0.02. And when we do that, we end up with the, okay, but this is, what will she need at closing? Oh, wait, we didn't just say points here. So this, what is she gonna need at closing means we're gonna need the down payment amount plus how much she's gonna pay in points. Okay? So see, that got a little tricky there. So make sure to read the question carefully. So what we're gonna find here is how much Melissa's gonna pay in points. So that's gonna end up being $4,905. So this is points. And now we gotta just find the down payment amount, okay? So if you want to find the down payment amount, you could just subtract these two numbers right here. Just subtract these two. Or you can do the sales price times 25%. Okay? All right. So here it says Blue Blitz. Why would you multiply the points? Well, because if they need at closing, that means that we need to find out how much down payment they're going to put down plus the points. So points are paid at closing. Okay, so points, so that we are all clear on what points are. Points are a way to lower your interest rate. Okay, so let's say, for example, you go in for a loan and your loan is at 7.55%. Okay, and let's say you pay 2 points. That means that you could just lower it to, like, I don't know, 7.35%. And then this is for the life of the loan. Okay, so you've paid this amount to lower it to here. It's called prepaid interest. So you have to pay that at closing, okay? So that plus the down payment is what they're looking for here. So we could do it one of two ways. We can get the sale price and multiply it by the down payment percentage, which is 25%, not 75. Remember, the loan amount is 75, so therefore the down payment is 25. Or we could just simply subtract these two and get our down payment. So let's do that. So 327,000 minus 245,250. So let's subtract that. And we end up with a down payment of $81,750. So if you multiplied, so this is one way of doing it. And another way would be if you multiply 327,000 times the 25%. And that'll still give you $81,750, okay? So this is the down payment, this is the point, so now we got to add those two up. So 81,750 plus 4,905 ends up where this buyer has to bring in $86,655. That's the total that they'll need to bring to closing. Okay? Yes, Paula, good job. Hi, I'm new here, study for my test. Good job, Noelle. Glad to have you. All right? So that is how you would work that. This is a very common question that I get from students, from people that are taking the exam, okay? So sometimes it'll have a loan LTV, sometimes it'll have the down payment percentage. So just make sure you know what you're doing here, okay? Don't forget the loan amount and points are what you need, okay? Yes, animated animation, glad to have you here. All right, good, hopefully we get that. All right, let's see here, next question. It says, a licensee risks violating antitrust law by A, being present at a conversation where the setting of commission rates is discussed, B, being present at a discussion of antitrust laws, C, charging a commission rate that happens to be the same as that charged by another firm, or D, cooperating with another firm to do market research. Okay, let me know what you guys think the answer is to this one. Okay, remember antitrust laws. These are some keywords that we need to remember when we're talking about antitrust. Okay, so antitrust laws. Oh, wrong letter. So antitrust laws, we have to remember price fixing and the Sherman Act. Okay, keywords when we are seeing things on our exam that will help us pick the correct answer. Okay, so remember when you are discussing commission setting, right? This is exactly what the lawsuit is with NAR. Okay, so the answer here is going to surprise you. Okay, so even if you are present at a conversation where antitrust, commission setting is discussed, it is against the law. So the answer here is A. So you can't even be present at a conversation where this is being discussed. That's highly, highly illegal. Okay? Highly illegal. Jasmine, right here, the questions here, these are what they're putting their answers in. So don't get caught in, or just don't even indulge in those kinds of conversations, okay? So even conversations of setting commission rates is illegal. So remember these keywords. Antitrust is the same price fixing and Sherman Act. So whenever you see those, definitely, that should put up your radar like, oh, That could be the answer, okay? So very, very good. All right, so yes. See, you could basically break it down to at least two answers. C would not be the answer because it's charging a commission rate that happens to be the same as that charged by another firm. Well, that's fine, but it's not like you guys are in cahoots together to charge these kinds of commission rates, okay? So you could charge the same as somebody else, but are you guys all in cahoots? If you are, then that's considered price fixing, okay? So that's why I would not pick C. All right, very good. Okay. Number 3, everyone's favorite. Here it says calculate how many acres are in the southeastern quarter of the western half of the eastern half of section 9. Haha, these are awesome. So let me know what you guys think the answer is to this one. And I need to get a paper towel because I just spilled my coffee everywhere. So drop your answer. Don't forget, these are super easy. You just gotta work them slowly, okay? So work it slowly. Remember, one section, okay? One section equals 640 acres. So anytime we see these little fractions in our question, you're always going to begin with 640 acres, okay? Very important, okay? Luckily, this one doesn't have the word and in it. So if we had the word and in it, we would stop and then add, okay? So let's work this one out. So we see here, because we're getting some answers already in. So I'm going to show you just how easy these are, okay? So I'm going to erase those little fraction, the things I wrote under the fraction. So we're going to start with 640 acres. And we're going to divide. Now, you're going to go to the first section here where it says southeastern quarter, and you're going to take this 4. Whatever number is at the bottom, you're going to take that number, and you're going to put it here. So 640 divided by 4 is 160. Okay? Now we're going to take 160 and we're going to divide it by this 2. That equals 80. Now, last step, we're going to take 80 and we're going to divide it by, you guessed it, that 2. So the answer here is 40. That's it. That's all you do on these, ladies and gentlemen. So the answer here is B. All right? Okay, Kiki, I'll let you know right now. I'll go over one if it says and. Okay? So let me know if you guys have any questions on that. That's all you have to do for these. Another way of doing it, and I found that this is the way I like to do it because I like to work it like nice and slow. But there's another way of doing it is you could just take this 640 acres and then you could take the 4, the 2, and the 2, and you could just say 4 times 2 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So you would just divide this whole thing by 16. And that's still going to equal 40 acres, okay? So that's another way of doing it. So you could do it this way where you multiply all these out and then divide it by 640, or just do it slowly. That's the way I like to do it. All right, so let's say, for example, I'm going to erase all of this. Let's erase this. I'm going to erase this part too, okay? So let's say that it said and in it, okay? So let's say like right here, it says, and the north half of the southeast quarter of the northwest half. Okay? This and right here is a very important word in math. It means plus. Okay? That's it. So we already know that. So basically, let me explain to you why it has and, okay? So let's say, for example, this is one plot of land. And then this is another plot of land, okay? So basically, you got two plots of land next to each other, okay? Where, let's say this is the green portion right here, this, and this is the orange portion. So we already know the orange portion is 40 acres. Okay, so now we're going to just do the same exact thing. So I'm going to do it in green so we don't confuse anybody. So we would just take 640 divided by 2. That's going to equal 320. And then 320 and divided by this 4. And that's 80. And then 80 divided by this 2. And that's 40. So then that means that this green plot of land is 40. So now all we have to do is just add those two up. So it would be 40 plus 40. So in total, it would be 80 acres. Okay? So if it had an and in it, you would do it like this and you would add it up. That's it. Yeah, very good, you guys. Excellent. Natalie, you like the second way? Yeah, it is easier. So there you have it. That's if you have the word and in the sentence and it adds more. So when you see the word and, stop and work the first part out because they're two plots of land. Okay? Very good. All right, here we go. Number 4. Which of the following describes a gross lease? Is it A, the tenant pays a base rent plus some or all of the operating expenses? B, the tenant pays a fixed rent and the landlord pays all operating expenses? C, the tenant pays a base rent plus an amount based on income generated in the leased space? Or D, the tenant pays a rent that increases at specified times over the term lease? Kendra just passed the state portion on the exam. All right, congratulations. Well, Kendra, stay tuned because I might have something that might benefit you. So stay tuned. Okay, thanks. It's so much easier to understand now. Good, Kiki, I'm glad. All right, so let's see here. What is a gross lease? Remember, a gross lease is pretty much what we have as a renter, like when we're renting a house or an apartment, okay? So what happens when you rent an apartment or a house? You pay a certain amount and then the owner pays everything else. So I'm happy to see everyone is saying B in the chat because that is the answer. Very good. It's like when you're renting an apartment and let's say you have a washer and dryer in the unit and let's say the washing machine completely dies. Well, you just call up your friendly landlord and you say, hey, Mr. Landlord, the washing machine just died and there's a flood in my apartment. Then the landlord is going to have to buy you a new, fix it or buy a new one. So those are all landlord expenses. Okay. Very good, you guys. All right. So let's see here. Next question. Says a sale transaction on rental property closes on December 16. The landlord received the December rent of $1,380 on December 1, assuming the closing day is the buyer's, and that the 365-day method is used for prorating. Which of the following entries would appear on the settlement statement? All right. Hi, SD. Good morning. All right. Remember, we are doing a proration here. So what is this going to be? Are we going to use the dam or dams method? So dam or dams. Which method are we going to use? Remember, this is how we solve for proration. We use this method here that I made up. So if you guys have any questions on how to like know which one to use, I have a really good video on YouTube that I posted, and it's called Debits and Credits. So check it out because it all talks about it there. All right. Hey guys, can anyone tell me, do Maggie say this? Natalie, yes I do. I save these lives and I post them into the YouTube, my live YouTube, what's it called? Folder. Okay. All right. So very good. You guys are on a roll today. We are going to use the DAMS method. What does this method mean? That means those are the 4 steps that we're going to take to solve this question. That's it. So we're going to divide first, add, multiply, then subtract. And why do we use DAMS? Because it's a rental. It's a rental. All right. Rent has 4 letters. So does DAMS. Okay. So let's see. Can you guys throw in the answer in the chat? Let me know what you guys think. All right. So let's see here. The first step is to divide. And what are we going to divide? We're going to start with the money, right? We always start with the money. So $1,380. And they want us to use the 365-day method. What that means is that they want us to use how many days each month has. Okay? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the knuckle method. You know the knuckle method where the knuckles are 31 days and in the middle here is 30 or 28 for February. So if you're not familiar with that, pay attention because I'm going to drop it right now. Okay, so we're going to talk about the knuckle method. So the knuckles are 31 days, okay? In between the knuckles, those 3 little in between things are 28 for February and then 30 for the rest of the months. So you start off here with this pointer finger. That's a knuckle. So that's January. January has 31 days. Then February, 28. March, 31. April, 30. May, 31. June, 30. July, 31. Then you just start over. August, 31. September, 30. October, 31 for Halloween. November has 30 days in it, and then December has 31 for New Year's Eve. So very, very good way of, Siri, stop. How do you stop? Siri, shut up. Okay. Sorry, me and Siri, we just don't get along. So that's a good way of knowing how many days each month has, okay? So December is our closing month. So December, as we just saw, has 31 days in it. So I'm going to divide by 31 because we're only doing a rental. Okay, we're only doing rental. A rental is per month, right? You pay your rent every month and that's it. So when we divide that, we end up with 44.516129. I just leave whatever the calculator gives me. You only really need 4 decimal places. Do not round in this step, ladies and gentlemen. Do not round here, okay? Now, the second step is to add up all the days that we have, right? This is the second step. So we just divided. Now we're going to add up all the days the seller owns the property. So from December 1, and then December 16 is the day of closing, but it belongs to the buyer. So that means that we only have 15 days. Excuse me. So we only count until December 15 because the buyer owns the day of closing. So from December 16 on is when the buyer is gets the money. So that means we only got 15 days here, okay? So the next step we're going to do is multiply. So all we have to do is just multiply these 2 steps. That's it. So step 3 is multiply. So we're just we already did the hard part. So let's take 44.516129 times 15. And we end up with 667.741, which means we can now round here. Okay? So now we subtract because this is what the seller gets to keep. Okay? But now the seller has this much in his pocket. So he only gets to keep that much. So now we got to see how much do we give to the buyer. So we're just going to subtract now. That's our last step, subtract. So we use with what we started, 1380, and we're going to subtract this here, 667.74. So 1380 minus 667.74 is going to give us $712.26. Now, obviously it's not this one. It's not this one. Now we got to, do we debit the buyer or do we credit the buyer? This is where it gets tricky, okay? So remember, since the landlord, which is the seller, has this amount, he only gets to keep this amount, so that means we have to credit the buyer $712.26. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions regarding that in the chat. Very important for proration, so that way you know, okay? And this is also a really good exercise for you when you are representing buyers or sellers and you get the closing disclosure and you're looking it over with your client and you're like, hey, wait, there's a wrong calculation here, or they charge too much for this, or what have you. Very important for you to go over that with your client, because once they sign, that's it. It's a done deal. And you could either like lose money, your client could lose money, or what have you. Like the other day, my friend was closing and we were looking over the closing disclosure and the commission was wrong. So thank God we looked it over, because imagine if she would have been not paid what she was supposed to be getting paid. So that's very important because people can make mistakes. All right. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you guys so much for liking and double tapping or whatever it is here on YouTube. Thank you. If I'm providing you any value, please make sure to like the live. Smash that thumbs up. All right, guys. Now, here's my surprise for you guys. I am going to be creating a Cram course for you guys for the National Real Estate Exam. And it is going to be live on Zoom, interactive. We're going to have Q&A sessions. We're going to have all the national concepts discussed. And we're going to have practice questions and all kinds of goodies in there. And I am having it scheduled Monday, June 8th it's a Saturday, okay? That's a Saturday. And it's going to be from 12 to 4 p.m. It's only $67 to join. You can find it out. You can sign up for this Cram course through in the description box. It's the first link in the description box below. So all you have to do is click on that. You can find out more information through there, but it's basically me talking to you guys. We're going to be in a big Zoom, talking, joining forces, and learning all that you need to know for your national portion of your exam. All right. So feel free to sign up. It is scheduled for Monday. Why does it say Monday? It should say Sunday, y'all. I'm so sorry. I mean, Saturday. This should say Saturday. Sorry about that. It's Saturday, June 8th. Sorry about that. But yes, so it will be on Saturday, June 8th from 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's only $67. Remember, space is limited because it is on Zoom, and I think Zoom only allows, like, I don't know, the free one, but I don't have the free one. But anyway, it only allows a certain amount of people in there. So make sure to sign up. It is a Cram course for the national real estate portion of the exam. So we're going to talk about all the terms, all the things, all of that stuff. So June 8th, it's a Saturday, and it'll be from 12 to 4 p.m. All right. So, yes, Megan, hi, mi Juanita. So, taking test for second time Thursday. Kay, good luck. Good luck to you, Kai. I take my national tomorrow, third time, but I'm confident now. Animated, good. Good luck to you. Let me know how it goes. All right. So, good morning. Hi, Jolene. All right, so we got this. Yes, very common, and the wording always trips me up. Yes, yes, yes. So, the code is now a different code. All right, so here's the code for my e-workbook. It is Flash 5. So if you're struggling with the math and really can't make it to our Cram course or whatever, check it out. It's Math Skills for Real Estate Success, and it goes over all the concepts from area all the way to proration and more. If you buy the bundle, each book has 100 practice math questions, and our promo code for today is Flash5. Flash5 gets you $5 off this e-workbook. So if you are looking into the workbook, this is the volume 1, okay? And it goes over all of these concepts right here, okay? And it just explains the math in a very easy to follow format, okay? I'm a former math teacher, and I created this book with, hopes to help other people learn the math and really, understand it, because I know a lot of people, and I see it all the time in videos, that, oh, realtors don't need math. The hell they don't. They definitely do. Okay. Especially when you got to know how much down payment is your buyer going to bring, how much, proration. That's also a part of it. Okay. I know I've had to work that for, and especially unit conversions, area, all of that. Okay. So, it goes over all of these concepts in a very simple, easy to read format. And it has like little cheat things here for each section, like just like a at a glance kind of thing. And then it talks about examples here of examples that you might have on your exam. And then right here, we break it down to see if you understand that concept. So it goes over all of these things, very easy to read format. It brings in the T-chart and lets you know, like, okay, which concepts use the T-chart, how to use the T-chart. It has loan to value in it. See, it has this simple interest formula, the I equals PRT, which is a very important formula that you're going to need. And it talks about proration. Look, here's our knuckle method that we just learned. So it has all of that. It includes a glossary, has formulas, the T-chart broken down, and right here is the 100 math practice questions that could look very similar to what you may see on the exam. And of course, it includes answers and the full explanation, ladies and gentlemen. All my books include the full explanation, because I don't want you to be like, why is it A? Nobody told me, why is it A? I need to understand this. Well, here it is. It has all of that. It includes the pip sandwich, all of that information. So you can get that through the link there in the profile, okay? In the description box below, I think it's the second link. So the first link would be for the Cram course, and then the second link is for this, okay? So Flash 5 is $5 off for your promo code today. All right, guys, good job. All right, here we go. Number 6, it says, seller Gary needs to net $15,000 on the sale of his home. His loan payoff is $160,000. His closing costs are $5,500, and his commission is 7%. What is the lowest offer Gary can accept? All right, so let me know what your answer is. All right, thank you, Jasmine, for that. I appreciate that. On my e-workbook, does the workbook show the DAMS method? Jolyn, no, it doesn't actually. I I actually came up with that DAMS method I would say about a month ago, or whenever I uploaded that book. I'm sorry, that video to YouTube. I was sitting on my couch at night, and I said, "How in the world can I get my people to understand the steps of proration?" And I was like, "Okay, well, we divide, then we add, then we multiply, and then we subtract." I'm like, "Oh my God, that spells out dams." And then the other one is damn. I said, "Whoa, I got to bring this to my people." So that's how damn and dams came about. Okay. So I don't know of anybody else that teaches it that way, but that's what I came up with. And it has become a hit. I'll tell you that much. So let's see here. Love the workbook. Really made me more comfortable with the math portion. Kai, I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm not smart. I don't know. I can make these things up like crazy. So I just, me as as ADD, I'm an ADHDer. Okay. Like I have severe ADHD and I got to find ways to simplify my life. So yeah. Mira, the difference in dam and dams. Well, dam is used for tax proration, and dams is used for rent proration, or if the seller has prepaid an amount. If you want more information on that, I highly recommend that you check out my video here on YouTube called Debits and Credits. It breaks it all down for you there. Okay. Tasha, hello. Do you have a sale on your pre-license course? Tasha, my pre-license course is for Florida only. Okay. So if you're interested in my course for pre-licensing, that is for Florida licensing only. I just want to make that clear. Okay. If you are interested in obtaining a Florida license, I definitely have a promo code and it is Maggie10 for you get 10% off. Okay? So all my courses in my real estate school, Maggie's Real Estate Academy, if you use the promo code Maggie10, you could get 10% off. Okay? You're like, "Damn, this is how it works." Yes, Jolene, that's exactly. I was like, "Damn, that was good." Right? Do you have just the math book or national book as well? Marco, I do not have a national book yet, but we're working on that. Don't worry. So that is something that I'm obviously going to provide when if you sign up for the Cram course, that is something that is going to be provided for you, is the national book that I'm actually creating. So, all right. So I'm going to erase this. So if you need a promo code for my online school for real estate, use the code Maggie10 and you get 10% off. Okay. So there you go. All right, guys, let's see here. Number six. All right, Tasha. Yay. I would love to help you. So thank you. I would love it to have you as a student too. So let's see here. Seller Gary needs to net 15,000. Now, they want to know what's the lowest offer that Gary can accept for him to pocket 15 grand. Okay? So this is how we work these. This is a very easy process. Now, I mean, there's only one confusing part of this, but the first step is let's get all the dollar amounts. We're going to get all the dollar amounts that we have here and we're going to add all those up. Okay, so we're going to take the $15,000 that he wants and we're going to add the loan payoff of $160,000 and then we're going to add the closing costs, $5,500. So we're going to add up all those dollar amounts. That's all we're doing first. So we're going to add that up and that comes out to be $180,500. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the T-chart. I got to delete some pictures, y'all. Okay. So this is so gross. Why is my screen? Oh, because I dropped coffee on it. Nasty. Got all crusty. All right. So If they want to know what's the lowest offer Gary can accept, that means that they want to know what's the sales price, the lowest sales price that we can list the property at, which is the total column, right? That's what we're looking for here. So this 180, 500 is going to go in the part section. Okay, but now we got to take into account the 7% commission. Now this is where it gets confusing, okay? So if this is the 7%, how much they're paying in commission, let's think of the whole sales price without commission being paid is 100%, and then we're going to take away the 7% commission. That means that Gary is left with 93% of the pie, okay? So in order to take that into consideration, I'm going to put that 93% here. Okay? So now let's convert 93 into a decimal. So 93 over 100 is 0.93. So now we're going to divide. So $180,500 divided by 0.93 is going to give us a minimum sales price of $194,086.02 to be exact, right? So the answer here is A. There you go. Okay? So let me know if you've seen any of these questions on your exam where they ask you for the lowest price that they can list the property for. So yes. So let me know if you guys have questions on these. These are really important questions. The only difficult part here is this commission portion. Okay? Jolyn, what is the clue? Well, it says the commission is 7%. So then that's where you're going to have to know to subtract here. Because remember, if you have a sales price, that's 100%. And remember, just think about it. Look, I'm going to show you. Let me get a paper here. Blank. Okay. So let me see here really quick. I'm going to just copy this and then we're going to take it over here. Why isn't this working? What happened here? Hello? Why is this not working? Okay. Weird. Okay, what is going on with my iPad? There we go. All right, so let's say this is the same question. Okay, so let's say it's 195,000. Okay, so if we have a sale price of $195,000, that's the sale price. Remember, we got to take away the commission amount. So let's say it's 7%. So hold on, let me bring this down. So commission is going to be 195 times 7%. So 195,000 times the 7% is going to be 13,650. Okay? So that means we're subtracting from the sale price 13,650. So right here, this would be the 100%, right? Our sales price. This is the 7% commission. You see? Minus. Do you see that? Okay, Maggie, why all amount is a part? Why is it not a total? Sandra, I'm going to go over that now. Watch. So 195,000 minus 13,650. That's going to give us $181,350. That is our 93% of the sales price. So if I did 181,350 divided by that, I would get that. Okay? See that? So that's why we're getting 93% here. I hope that helps. All right, so why are we putting this in the part column and not in the total column? Because remember, Sandra, what they're asking is, what is the lowest offer? Which means, what is the lowest sales price? And sales price, as we always know, is total, okay? So your sales price is always going in the total column. So if that's what we're looking for, we cannot put this amount in the total column. So it's a portion of your sales price. So that's why it goes in the parts section. I hope that clarifies that. Okay? I know sometimes it's confusing, but just like a buyer, I'm going to just show you here. A buyer has a sales price, a down payment, and a loan amount. Okay? Sales price is always 100%. Down payment, let's say it's 15%. That means my loan amount is 85% because these two things right here have to add to 100%. Okay? For a seller, we have a sales price, we have a commission amount, and then we have a net pay. Sales is 100. Commission, let's say it's 5%. So we're netting 95%. Okay? So these two, like always, have to add to 100%. Okay, very important to see these as two different players. Okay? Hi, Linda, thank you. I'm glad to be helping. Okay, so that is what I need you guys to understand. And then each percent has its own value. Okay, good. All right, number 7. It says 2 people own a house, each having an undivided equal interest. Which of the following best describes what each party owns? Is it A, 50% of the physical house and the land it rests on? B, 100% of the home and the land? C, 50% of the estate consisting of the indivisible whole of the real property? Or D, each owns 100% of the estate represented by the real property and 50% of the physical house and the land it rests on? This one's confusing. So we should have a chart to remind us. What do you mean, Jolyn? A chart for the buyer and seller, like what I showed you there? Tasha, yes, you can. If you already have that book, I wouldn't go and buy another book. You could definitely use that, but if you purchase the online course, it'll bring everything that you need for it. Okay? All right, so let's talk about this one. It says each have an undivided equal interest. Undivided equal interest. Okay? That means that the owner's fractional interest in an entire or undivided estate. Okay? But definitely not in a physical portion of the real property itself. Okay? So an owner, how could I say this? An owner who has an undivided equal interest with another owner, they cannot exercise the exclusive rights over a portion of the real estate, meaning the structure, the improvements, the house or whatever. Okay, that's an indivisible whole. So the answer, I know that sounds crazy, is C. 50% of the estate consisting of the indivisible whole of the real property. You cannot cut a house in half and say, okay, this half is mine, this half is yours. If your house side crumbles down, oh well, no. When you own a property with undivided equal interest, it's 50% yours and 50% the other person's if you are together. Okay? Can the house be used for... Oh my God. Yay. Good job. Yes, it can. It could be used for whatever you want, Gunter. Schmeckle. Real classy. Anyway, there you go. All right? So, questions on this. This is really confusing topic, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can't break up a house into two. Okay? You could do whatever Gunther says, but hey, if that floats your boat. All right, here we go. Number 8. It says a certain legal description contains the phrase northwesterly along Erie Road to the POB. What kind of description is this? Is that a plat survey, a government grid, meets and bounds, or rectangular survey? Let me know what you guys think. All right, so what do you guys think this is? Remember, we're talking about POB. What does POB mean? POB is point of beginning. Okay? So I got this question, but I got confused on question 1 because on that question, the total was not on the part section. Ooh, Marco, I'm not running. I'm not understanding what you're saying. All right, good. Everybody's putting C in the chat. Very good. The answer here is meets and bounds. So I have a whole video all about the different ways to describe property on here on YouTube. So if you haven't checked it out, it's a really good video. So remember, point of beginning is like you start here. This would be your point of beginning. And then it describes the property exactly how big or wherever it is. So this would be like south, 10 degrees west, okay? Until the tree, let's say there's a tree here, okay? And then let's say over here is like a rock with a river, okay? It would literally be that way. And then here could be like the street. So you would have the street here. And then it would end here at a closing. Okay? So that's meets and bounds. Very good. Okay? So if you have not checked out my, what is it called? It's property descriptions video. Check it out because it goes over the meets and bounds section, the rectangular survey system, and the lot and block. Okay? So check it out. All right, very good. Number 9. Which of the following does not have to be in writing for it to be enforceable? Is it A, a deed, B, exclusive listing agreement, C, real estate sales contract, or D, lease for 1 year or less? Okay, let me know what your answer is for this one. So this is does not have to be enforceable. It does not have to be in writing for it to be enforceable. So let me know what your answer is to this one. Okay, everybody's putting their answer in. Okay. Good. The answer to this one, you guys are putting it in there, is D, a lease for 1 year or less. Does not have to be in writing. Okay. Now, a deed definitely has to be in writing, okay? Because, hello, how else do you know if you're the owner of the property? So a deed is very important. It has to be in writing and it should be recorded with the public records, okay? Then we have exclusive listing agreement. Why would you not have a listing agreement in writing? Super important, okay? And the real estate sales contract, well, you guys know that a sales contract has to be in writing in order for it to be enforceable, right? That is statute of frauds. So remember, statute of frauds is in writing to be enforceable. So I'm all about learning like keywords. So statute of frauds, in writing, enforceable, those are the keywords for the real estate contract. Okay? Very important. Very good. All right, here we go. Number 10. A town is replacing a sidewalk that serves 5 homes. The length of the sidewalk is 200 feet. Mary's property has 38 feet of front footage. If the cost of the project to be paid by a special assessment is $30,000, what will Mary's assessment be? This one is a little tricky, but I'm going to show you how easy it can be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the T-chart because remember there's a portion of a total here, right? Mary's property is only 35 feet of this 200 feet. So it's 38 out of 200. There's your portion. There's your total. So I'm going to put 38 feet in the park section and 200 in the total section. Now we're going to divide. So I'm going to get 38 divided by 200. That's going to give me a percentage or a decimal, really. It's going to give me a decimal first because then, you have to multiply by 100 to get the percentage. So that is going to equal 0.19. Okay? You just said some 35. 35. Aubrey, I don't know, maybe 38? Did I say 35? If I said 35, I apologize. It's really 38. So 38 is your portion. See, I have I definitely need to pay more attention to that. Thank you. Apologize. So that's going to give us 19%. So Mary's property is only 19% of this whole entire 200 feet of sidewalk. Okay? So if the special assessment is in total $30,000, that means Mary is only going to pay 19% of $30,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put $30,000 in my total column because that's total assessment costs. And Mary's portion is only 0.19. So now I'm going to say 30,000 times 0.19 because she's only supposed to pay 19% of that. So that's going to give me a total of $5,700 that Mary's going to have to pay. So the answer here is B. Okay? Yes, nice work, guys. Nice work. So there you have it. That is how this one's done. It's a little confusing at first, but remember, you're just going to get the portion, 38 feet, and the total. Put it here in your T-chart. You're going to get your percentage or in decimal, but leave it like that. And then that is how much the owner of the home is responsible for. 19% of 30,000. Okay, remember the word of means to multiply. So here are some keywords that I want you to remember for your exam. So if you ever get stuck and you're like, crap, I need to know how do I put this in the T-chart. Like you need to talk to yourself, okay? I talk to myself all the time, right? To make sense of things. So the word and, like we discussed earlier, that means add. Okay. The word of means multiply. The word to means divide. Okay. So very important, these words right here for you to learn in case you get stuck and you're like, oh my God, I don't know where to put this in the T-chart. Ah! So I did 30,000 divided by 200 times 38. Ooh, well, think about it. Okay, look, let's draw a picture of it. Because sometimes a picture really helps. So let's say this is Mary's house. Okay, so this is Mary's house. Okay, she has her little house here. Boom, boom, boom. This is her property. And then we have a sidewalk. Right? Let's say this is our sidewalk. And this is 200 feet. The whole thing. But Mary's, what was it? Hers is only 38 feet. So from here to here is only 38 feet. So as you can see, it's 38 feet out of this whole entire thing of 200 feet. So it's 38 out of 200 total. It's kind of like when you took a test in high school or in elementary or wherever, and you were always out of 100. And let's say you missed seven questions on the exam. Well, you had a 93 out of 100. So that meant you got a 93%. Okay? So here is 38 out of 200. So we could just divide this and get our decimal, which was 0.19. So Mary's portion is only 19% of all the other houses on that block. Okay? I hope that makes sense. 38 feet of is an indication of multiplication, right, Jolene? Yes and no at the same time. I don't want you to think 38 feet times 200. Because remember, the length of the sidewalk, this is our total length of the sidewalk. So that's total right here in the T-chart. 38 feet is just a portion of that, or a part. So that would be here. Okay? So there you go. So it would be like 38 feet of 200. I don't want you guys to see this of right here and think multiplication, because I don't want you to get confused there. So how can I explain this? I mean, this is it. This is the total amount of sidewalk that we have, and Mary's is only 38 feet of that. So, yeah. It's hard to explain that. Anyway, don't forget to sign up for your Cram course if you guys are still wanting to get more insight on this national course. Check it out. It's going to be, I don't know why I put Monday. This should be Saturday. So Saturday, June 8th from 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's $67. You could definitely sign up through the link in my description box. It's the first link there. Just click there. You could get more information regarding it. And it's going to be live with me teaching it. We're going to have Q&A sessions. We're going to have national concepts. You're going to get a little national workbook. It's going to be super cute. And it's going to have practice questions for you so that way you can crush your exam. All right? So let me know what you guys think. Sign up for it. Send me a message if you have any questions whatsoever. And I will be seeing you hopefully on Saturday, June 8th. All right. Remo, I don't have the national practice book. I am creating my own as we speak. So that way, when we get our class together, June 8th, I will be mailing that out to you guys. All right. So here's my math portion of the national exam. So if you're struggling with the math on your test, please make sure to grab my workbook. It's an e-workbook. It's good for all states. It is not a physical product. Once you purchase it, it will be emailed to you. So if you purchase it and you're like, oh my God, I didn't get it, make sure to check your spam or your junk folder, because it'll most likely be there. Okay? So check it out. Get $5 off with our promo code FLASH5. All right? So that way you can get a little deal on this. This is only good for my live people. So I would love to, but I plan on passing the end of the month. I love that, Megan. Que bueno. All right, so Tatiana Lupe, where do you sign up for my Cram course? There should be a link in the description box. The first link in the description box will be where to sign up for this Cram course, okay? The second link in my description box will be for this, Get Yours Today, the math e-workbook. That's the second link in the bio, okay? Or in the description box. And then we also have tutoring. So if you're like right about to take your exam and you can attend our crash course on June 8th, Saturday, June 8th, then you can sign up for tutoring just to say, hey, look, I need a little extra math help, or I need to understand what is this about property ownership. Then we can talk it out, hash it out. I can give you some practice questions and get you all nice and ready and feeling much better about your questions that you have going into your exam. So you could sign up for that. There is a link also in the description box below that has where you can sign up for my tutoring, okay? All right. And of course, my real estate school, Maggie's Real Estate Academy. This is if you're looking for your Florida real estate license. This would be the class that you sign up for. Remember, you could get 10% off using my promo code Maggie10. And that way you can start off on your, Florida licensure, becoming a Florida real estate agent. Because, everybody's moving to Florida, y'all. I don't know about you, but I don't know. It's crazy. I just had a client contact me about two of her friends that are moving here from California. So they wanted me to find her a rental. So go figure, two people from California. So it's coming here. Everybody's coming here. All right, here's your quote for today. It says, it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. So if you failed or you're struggling with certain things, do not give up. Okay? Don't give up. You got this. There's plenty of help out there. Or just contact me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay? June 8th is my birthday. I'm preparing for Oklahoma exam. Well, happy birthday to you, Lay. Gemini. That's great. My mom's birthday is June 7th. All right. Don't forget, here is my live schedule for here at YouTube. I go live every Monday and Thursday at 11 a.m. and every Tuesday and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just call Maggie. All right. So listen to me very carefully. I also want to tell you guys something. I just had somebody reach out to me telling me that there is somebody scamming other people saying it is me. I will never reach out to you to ask you to pay me via WhatsApp, via Cash App. All my sales are done through my website. Do not fall for these scams. They're mostly on TikTok. So please, 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 when in doubt, I have no spaces, no letters, no underscores in my name. So please be careful with those scammers out there, okay? That's all I got to tell you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all your love and kindness and just being awesome people. All right? So have a lovely day. I will see you guys tomorrow right here at 4 o'clock. Margarita, hola. Well, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Sandra. You too. Thank you, Megan. You're the best. Have a lovely, lovely day. And I hope all the moms out there had a great, great day yesterday. And you had a wonderful time spending it with your mother. Love you all. Have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow here at 4. Bye-bye.